Apparently we have to be more serious and look ahead to 2021, which of course kicks off with Manchester United taking on Aston Villa. Solskjaer said this ahead of the game: we have competition for places, which means you cannot go around and think you can just fake your way being part of this team. You only deserve to be in a team that you contribute to. Julien, is that a dig at your boy Paul Pogba?
It could be, although, I think Paul showed in the last few games that when he's on his game, he's very important to that team. Maybe it's a dig at Donny van de Beek, because does that mean if you don't work hard at training maybe, or if you're not showing anything at training, you can't get into the team? Because for me, the biggest enigma so far this season, in this first half of the season regarding United, is what happened to Donny van de Beek. How can you not play such a good player, a player that surely would bring different things to your team at certain times? And yet, I think he started one game in the Premier League all season so far. So maybe it's more Van de Beek than Pogba, but I can see why you could make an argument for Pogba as well.
Frank, what do you make of that comment from Solskjaer, faking it around?
I think it's interesting because, I don't know, I'm not sure that 2 weeks ago he could have said that, being in such a fragile situation. And now he feels very sure about himself, and confident in a way that he can threat some players secretly, because we don't know the player that he's addressing those words to. But it goes to Pogba, it goes to Van de Beek, and it goes to every player now. We are not really up to fight for the club and the colours. And Ole is showing to the world that maybe we were wrong when we said it's not the right person for the role. But we'll have to be patient to see if he's right or wrong, and I think we'll make the statement at the end of the season. But I think he's right to say that. Manchester United is a big club, and he has a right to say that if you want to have a position in the first 11, you will have to fight hard.
Frank brings up a good point. You couldn't say this after getting knocked out of the Champions League, but you can now after the run that you've had domestically. Is it right to be coming out and saying these things? Does it make a difference?
Listen, I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is targeting anybody specifically here. I think
he's got too shy. He hasn't just woken up, has he?
I think he's just speaking generally from a kind of a position of more confidence and a little bit more comfort given the results. But I don't see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as targeting, as having it within him to target anybody in this manner. To that very point, if I was sitting in that dressing room, whether I were Paul Pogba or Van de Beek or anybody else, I'm not that threatened or intimidated by Solskjaer, what he has to say, in all honesty. So I think this is just a manager who's in the midst of a very good run of games and speaking generally without really targeting anybody specifically.
What do you think, Don?
I agree with the lads. I think it's Ole showing his strength. He feels powerful, so he's probably been asked a generic question, and it's probably directed to one or two individuals. It might be Paul Pogba, could be someone like Jesse Lingard, could be Donny van de Beek, the squad players who are trying to knock on his door and trying to get into the side. Well, he's saying, look, you can't just knock on my door and fake it. You're going to have to show me in training that you're working hard enough, and you're going to have to show me in games when you get the chance. So I think he's speaking from a position of power.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.